Hello and welcome to my channel, the place where I take you on RV tours, campground tours, to hiking destinations, and so much more. Now today's video is a DIY. So I was not happy with the comfort of my sofa bed cushions, and because this is a B van with limited storage, I didn't want to waste valuable storage space with a mattress topper. So I decided to modify my sofa bed by adding an extra 2 inches of foam. Now in this DIY video, I'm going to show you how I added 2 inches of foam to the sofa as well as the side benches and the backrest to make a really comfortable seating area and bed. So let's get started. Here's what the bed looks like before the additional foam was installed. I'm going to start by removing the backrest, so I'm going to loosen these 4 bolts on the backrest. And then I'm going to remove the bench seat by removing 2 bolts, one on each side. All right, so let's get started. As you can see here, I've removed the 4 bolts holding in the backrest, and now I'm going to remove the 2 bolts holding the seat cushion in. All right, so I've removed the sofa from my sanctuary and I've brought it into my house so I can work on it. So the first thing I'm going to do is remove the hog rings that are located all around. I've gone ahead and removed a little bit just to show you, because once they're removed, I'm probably going to leave one side on just so that it's easier to put the fabric back on. But I'm going to be removing this cushion and placing it on top of this 2-inch high density foam that I've purchased at Joann Fabrics. And then I'm going to trace the outline so that I have the correct measurements. And then I'm going to cut out the shape with this electric bread cutter because it cuts really nice and smooth. And then I'm going to put those 2 cushions back into this sofa. So I'm going to start removing some more hog rings. Here's a point of reference of the thickness of the cushion to start with. As you can see, here it's between 5 and 5.5 inches thick. Okay, so now that I have the hog rings removed from the top, one side, and the bottom, I'm going to lay this flat and pull up on the fabric to expose the cushion. So now you can take the cushion fully out and lay it on top of your high density foam that you've purchased and then trace it out, or you can just do some measurements and make it easier and then place the high density foam on top, which is what I'm going to do. Upon measuring the cushion, I saw that it did have rounded corners and it did taper off on one end. So I went ahead and removed it, and I'm just going to trace the outline so that I get a very accurate measurement of it. Okay, so I've already traced the outline of the cushion. As you can see, it does have the rounded corners on top. So now I have a good outline of the cushion. So I'm going to go ahead and grab my electric bread slicer and start cutting out that outline. I've finished cutting out my cushion piece, so now I'm going to grab it and lay it on top of the other sofa cushion, like that, with the rounded side up against the other rounded side. And just lay it in place. Now I'm going to pull up on the fabric and just work its way back in. All right, so this is what it looks like now that I have that 2-inch piece of foam in place on top of the piece of foam that was already in there. I did take my time working that piece of foam down onto the other foam as I pulled the fabric tightly over it, And I did engage an extra pair of hands to help me do that. Also to help me pull it tight as I put down the hog rings all around again. So now I'm going to work on the other cushion, and that one should be a lot easier because it actually has a zipper that I can unzip to access that cushion that's inside. Here's what it looks like after adding the extra 2 inches of foam to the cushion. As you can see here, it is now between 7 and 7.5 inches thick. Now let's start working on the backrest. It's much easier to remove the foam from the backrest because it's only held in with a zipper. Here you can see that I outlined the backrest cushion onto the new foam so that I can cut it out. And now here you can see that I used the electric knife to cut out the extra foam. So now let's go install it. This is the backrest cushion to the sofa, and I've already gone ahead and put that 2-inch foam in there on top of the foam that was already in there. It was easy to do with that zipper being in place, and this is what it looks like. So now I'm going to go ahead and install the bench and the backrest back into the RV. Okay, so I've placed the bench here in its place in the RV, so I'm just going to tighten down the bolts and then head back in, grab the backrest and set that in its place. Here you can see that I removed the 8 bolts holding both the bench seat in as well as the backrest for the side seat in the RV. I'm going to do this for the other side as well. Now I've brought the side seat cushions into the house. Here's the starting height of those seats. As you can see, it's between 5 and 5.5 inches. The side seats have a zipper as well, making it easy to insert the foam. The foam has now been inserted in the side seat, and you can see it is now just about 7 inches high. Here I'm installing the side seats back into the van. As you can see, there are 4 bolts on the backrest as well as the seat cushion. Here's what the cushions look like now with the foam installed. Alright, so the foam is now installed in all the bench seating and the backrest, and look how nice and plush it is. I love it. It's really comfortable. So I hope this video helps you if you're looking into making your seat or bed more comfortable. Thank you so much for joining me today. Please subscribe to my channel and join me for many more videos. Bye for now.